There was once a village that forgot its roots. They built new houses. They chased new dreams. They sang new songs. But they stopped telling the old stories. They stopped honoring the names that built their land. And one silent night, when the moon turned red, the ancestors returned. This is the story of the night the ancestors returned. Long ago, in a peaceful West African village surrounded by tall baobab trees and golden fields, the people lived in harmony with their traditions. Every year, under the full moon, they celebrated the festival of remembrance. They beat the drums. They poured libations onto the earth. They called the names of their ancestors with pride. The elders would say, "A river that forgets its source will soon run dry." But as the years passed, things began to change. The younger generation grew impatient with old customs. The new village chief focused on trade and wealth. The sacred festival was postponed, then forgotten. Only one person kept the old ways alive: Grandmother Zoe. Each year, she lit a small lantern outside her hut and whispered the names of those who came before. The living walk because the ancestors cleared the path, she would say. But few listened. One evening, as the harmattan wind blew unusually cold, strange things began to happen. Dogs howled at empty air. Shadows flickered without firelight, and the moon, bright and full, slowly turned deep red. That night, distant drums echoed through the village. But no one was playing. Fear crept into every home. Children clung to their mothers. Men gripped their spears. Grandmother Zoe stepped outside and whispered, "They have come." Mist rolled in from the sacred grove at the edge of the village. From within it emerged tall glowing figures, dignified and silent. They wore ancient garments woven from light and memory. Their eyes were neither angry nor cruel. They were disappointed. The earth trembled softly beneath their presence. A deep voice echoed, "We defended this land. We blessed your harvest. We protected your children. Yet you erased our names." The villagers fell to their knees. The chief trembled. For the first time, the village felt small. Among them stood a young boy named Ao. He had once laughed at his grandmother's warnings. But now, he stepped forward. He bowed low. "We forgot," he said, his voice shaking. "But we are ready to remember. Teach us again." The wind softened. The red moon flickered. That very night, the villagers gathered. They lit sacred fires. They beat the drums once more. They called out the names of their ancestors, loudly and proudly. Tears flowed. Voices rose. Gratitude returned. Slowly, the red moon faded back to silver. The glowing figures began to dissolve into the night air. Before disappearing, the spirits whispered, "Remember, and you will never stand alone." The mist lifted. The village was quiet again. But something had changed. They would never forget again, and from that day forward, the festival of remembrance was honored with greater devotion than ever before. Moral lessons. Dear listener, remember, a tree without roots cannot stand. When you forget your foundation, you weaken your future. Thanks for watching. Likes, subscribe and share.